yourself with all of this around?
Yes, I am. It's unbelievable. Not only does she handle it with a lot of humility and grace, but then she also finds ways to raise her own bar and her own ceiling. She's so committed to getting better. I don't know that I've had a player ever just look as inward of what can I do to help make myself better and the team better, but she's pretty remarkable in how she handles sort of the craziness around her. Well, I'm definitely grateful for where we are with this program and where we are with women's basketball. There's no question that being in this type of limelight with this type of talent adds different things to my job. That's part of it. It's never just X's and O's. So people managing and getting the program and the human beings in it where they need to be is what I signed up for. So new challenges every year, and definitely this year's unique with that, but really grateful for it.
How about the game on Saturday?
Oh yeah, love it. I mean, we love it. Sellouts, the ticket requests, all that. Those are good times to have.
How have you seen Juju kind of grow into just all the off-court demands? I mean, does it seem like she does enjoy it a little more? Are we seeing a little more of her personality?
I mean, I've seen her personality the whole time. She's a natural introvert, but I think she's so authentic and has stayed true to who she is as a young person. I think, she's got a billboard in downtown LA, how cool. But she shows up here and, I tell her to play better defense or whatever, make the right read. And she's so coachable and humble. I think she carries the greatness with a comfort. Like she belongs in that realm. And at the same time, her teammates just see her as a very humble, ordinary kind of one of them, which is, I think, speaks to her ability to handle it.
Kiki on the other end is such a natural extrovert.
Yes.
Seems like you saw the video.
Yes.
The seated stuff that her
yes.
singing. How have you seen kind of their personalities, being that they are so different, mesh?
Yeah, I mean, Kiki brings such a joy, such an effervescence. We don't try not to take that for granted either. But that also translates to her balance in her game and her effort level and her intensity. And that's really, she's changed our program in a positive way, right? Like, I think you can have stars and just, contributors with different personalities and it's synergistic more than opposite, and it's been really good. I think we need everybody's different things. What does it say? Like you can't play a symphony if you're all playing the same note. Like everybody's really different, and when that's locked in a good way, that's what makes teams better.
How would you rate her performance singing-wise on that trip that Tony saw for her?
I think her WNBA career is not in jeopardy of a music contract, but we loved it, and it was an incredible night and a great memory.
Isn't it amazing how well this team gets along? And that's one of the keys to having a successful club.
For sure. I mean, you guys just see us on the, whatever it is, 35 game days, and when you come out to practice, but we're together in hotel rooms, in sub-zero weather in Indiana and wherever else we've gone, Iowa, and there's a lot of growth that's happened. We put this team together. We're very young, right, and we're very new. 7 freshmen. 2 grad transfers who'd never played here before. There's a lot of newness, but I think they've really worked to learn one another, and I think that helps us on the court and certainly makes it more fun off the court.
The scheduling is super different. Last year in the Pac-12, you're playing teams multiple times a year. This is the first time you're going to play someone more than once. So has the approach to the game kind of changed from the first meeting, or is it still kind of the same thing?
Yeah, we've always taken a lot of pride on our staff on learning from film and getting better. Whether we've won a game or lost a game, there's always ways that you can improve. And so we're certainly going to try to use the film to, do better, whether that's changing a game plan or just tweaking something that we did, but we always use the film.
Coach, now that we're here at the end of the season, it seems like this is the first year we don't know who's going to win the title this year, and the floor is open. How does it feel that you brought this program, USC, into that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible spot to be in a championship game on the last day of the regular season, and to be able to control our own destiny. We don't have to wait and hope somebody else loses. It's at our fingertips, and yet it's a very hard task because UCLA is really good too, but it's an incredible thing that I definitely don't take for granted.
Lindsay, it feels like this year especially, it's anybody's game. Does this year feel different than past years? Tell me a little bit.
I mean, it's definitely a unique year for us relative to the UCLA rivalry game is always a big game, but now I think the stakes that are on it nationally and, for the first Big Ten regular season championship, it has a little bit of an elevated feel for sure.
Lindsay, after the UCLA game, Juju said that, he's nervous about the picture again and sort of taking a step back as opposed to
last year she shots up when she was upset at something with her mind. How have you seen that part of her leadership?
Yeah, well, the work hasn't gone anywhere. Don't let her fool you. She's still in this gym a lot when I'm not here. But I think just the maturity of understanding that, growth and success and, finding your way comes in different forms. And I think, again, as well as she handles all of this that comes at her, she's still human. And I think at the end of the day, she's an incredible talent who loves playing basketball. And just always kind of going back to that. And like I said, she always is, someone who kind of points inward first and says, okay, what can I do better? And for her, it was just kind of, getting that rhythm back and that joy. And it was really kind of incredible to see.
It's a good trait to have as a leader, but I imagine it also can be burdensome sometimes when you do think everything is on you. It is still a team.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I don't think she thinks everything is on her. We've really tried to, have it not feel that way. I mean, as great as she is, like it always, takes everyone else. I think she's been playing in a really good kind of rhythm, in a flow with everybody else. But more so, what I mean by that is she looks at what she can improve first. She never points a finger at somebody else and you need to do this better. It's always, kind of where can she grow. And that's a pretty remarkable trait for her to know.
One last question, just with the actual the game at UCLA, I thought it was interesting that I think it was at halftime, you guys made that defensive adjustment. She told Rhea that she's got her back on moments. And I'm curious if you've seen her be able to do that within the context of the game, if you recognize immediately, this is what I need to be able to do on my team. She has so many tools, and it seems like this year is about figuring out where to, what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's also the communication amongst the team on the court. I can give a game plan, we can make adjustments, but I always say that the 5 of them on the court together, the 15 of them in totality, transcend my game plan. And so I think she's before recognized what needs to be done, but I think maybe the growth is in talking to one another on the court, say, hey, I'm going to do this, you do this, and that just comes from playing with each other over time. And just that collective togetherness on the court is something that makes us better.